Coming up next, I'm going to tell you the best place to get started on your journey to purpose, and then the highest paying jobs that don't require experience, Momentum Monday, and of course, we take your calls. Here's the good news. It all starts right now. Welcome to the Ken Coleman Show. We're coming to you live from our Ramsey Solutions studios in Nashville, and you've joined a conversation about your purpose, what you were born to do. You were created to fill a unique role through your work. That means you are needed, and it means you must do it. So if you're out there wondering, what should I do with my life? We can help you figure that out. I'll give you the high-level answer. You are on purpose when you are using what you do best, that's your talent, to do work you love, that's passion, to produce results that matter deeply to you, that's mission. When talent, passion, and mission are in alignment, I've got great news. It's like a blinking neon arrow pointing to the world at work where you can fill that unique role and make the income, watch this, and the impact that you deeply want to make. Work is not a four-letter word. It's not something we just do to live. Let's go. You know that deep down. So there's really three groups of people that are engaging in this show. Those that aren't quite sure what that unique role is. Those that know what it is, but maybe you're not quite sure the best way to get there or how to get there. And then this third group, you know what you're supposed to do. You know how to get there, but fear, finances, family, maybe past failure is holding you back. I'm here to tell you, you are needed. You must do it. Let's go. 844-747-2577 is the phone number to jump in. It's toll free. You can change your name, change your location if it's a sensitive thing or you don't want anybody to know your business. I'm good with that. I never know. They do it all the time. Amanda tells me all the time we got people calling in. I feel like I'm talking to Tom from Sarasota and it's Joe from Idaho, from all I know. It doesn't matter to me, because we're going to do heart surgery one way or the other. So let's dive in. We like to teach right out of the gate, give you something very practical and tactical that you can use. So in my best-selling book, which is behind me on the shelf, we got it turned down for the new book, From Paycheck to Purpose. We got that up there. But underneath that is the proximity principle. And it was the first place I write about in the section on places. And I came up with this based on this show and talking to people. And I would get call after call after call, and they would say, Ken, here's the deal. I know what I want to do, and I know how to do it, but the problem is I live in this small town, or I feel like I'm going to have to move somewhere, and all this kind of stuff. And it occurred to me that I had the same feelings. I had the same incorrect feelings when I started out with 3 kids, a wife and a dog and a mortgage in Atlanta suburbs, moving into broadcasting. There were days where I had tremendous doubts that I could do it, that I could get there because of my reality that I couldn't move to New York or to LA. But after all, if we look back on my journey, I didn't have to move to New York or LA to get the dream of a national show, a national platform. I could start out in Sewanee, Georgia, and I did. So I came up with this little law that helps you realize that you can start where you are, and you should start where you are. It's called the law of the zip code, and it basically says this: you have everything you need to get started right where you are. For me, it was a broadcast school with 8 to 10 other 20-somethings, and I was a 33-year-old dude who they thought was an instructor until about 2 or 3 weeks in. All of the relationships that helped me get started and begin to get some momentum, all of them were in my zip code. There's this myth that we need to move somewhere, watch this, to go somewhere in our career. It's a myth. I got to move somewhere to go somewhere. Now, we've always got cynics. You know, we live in this world of social media and everybody's an expert. I'm reminded, I posted something over the weekend on Instagram, or this morning on Instagram, at Ken Coleman, if you want to go check it out. And it's from a Forbes study. And like 3 or 4 people in the comments were like, well, that's just not true in my life. Thank you, genius. Thank you. I could say that the sun is hot on social media, and 5 people would go, well, it's really not hot, Ken. That's just the world we live in. Okay. So I know we've got cynics out there that are going, no, Ken, you have no idea what you're talking about. I live in Red Dirt, Idaho, and the only place that I can do what I've got to do is over here on the coast of North Carolina. Thank you. I understand that there will be times where you eventually will have to make a move. But you didn't hear what I said, you moron cynics. Boy, I'm fired up today. What I said was, you have everything you need to start where you are. There's always something that we're going to have to do on a minutia level, something small, something in the beginning stage, and you can begin it where you are. Yes, you might have to move eventually. Great. But we as humans get so locked up and we never start on the path to purpose because we feel like we're going to just have to make this drastic move, jump out of a plane, jump off a cliff, pack everybody up, and move to the other side of the country, and we're going to starve and end up under a bridge. You know I'm telling you the truth. This is what our brain does. And I'm telling you that the law of the zip code is true for you, no matter who you are, where you are, what you want to do. The law of the zip code says you have everything you need to get started right where you are. That could be signing up for a class. That could be taking a second or third job to get out of debt, which will then allow you to cash flow the journey. Come on, now I'm on it. Now you can't disagree with me, even you cynics out there. There's something you can do. There are things you must do in the beginning, right where you are. And what happens is, listen to me, those fears and doubts hang out on our shoulder when we need to start. And they tell us all these things that we should be doing, could be doing, and it's over there, and it makes out for a wonderful excuse. Well, I can't do it. Why didn't you pursue your dream? Well, I couldn't. I had 3 kids. I had a mortgage. I lived in Suwanee, Georgia. To make it in broadcasting, you got to move to New York and LA, and I just couldn't do that to my family. Did you hear how that just went? Did you hear it? It literally went from bullcrap excuse to, well, I was just being a good guy. Taking care of the family. I'm a provider, Ken. I hear that call all the time. I can't pursue my purpose because I got to provide. Crap. Bull crap. That's crap. It's a lie from the pit of hell. It's a big, giant excuse. And you're rationalizing your fear and you're rationalizing your doubt. Why am I so fired up about this? Because this is a start. You cannot finish if you don't start. And if I believe what I tell you people at the start of every program I say, you were created to fill a unique role. You were needed. You must do it. If I believe that, then I've got to shake some of you and say, you're not starting right now because you're making excuses. And I'm telling you, you have everything you need to start where you are. So if you haven't started today, and if this makes you a little uncomfortable and you're like, Ken, you're a little intense today, yeah, because I believe that you're needed. And you're making excuses. And do you know why I know that? Because I did it. I sat on my rear for 2 years, stuck in fear and doubt. And I used the whole, I'm a provider. I got 3 little ones as an excuse. I'm preaching to myself. And I finally snapped out of it. And you better snap out of it, or you're going to wake up 30 years from now soaking in your own regret. And only then will you come to the realization, I could have done it. I should have done it. And I made excuses. Teddy Roosevelt says it best. Nobody will ever say it better. I don't want you to get to the end of your journey and be one of those cold and timid souls who knew neither victory nor defeat. 844-747-2577 is the phone number. 844-747-2577. Call today at your own peril if you don't want to be pushed, because I'm going to push you. I'm going to push you. I'm coming fresh off of football all weekend, Joe. I might as well have a whistle on and some of those obnoxiously short gray coaches shorts that all our coaches wore if you're a child of the 80s. You know what I mean? I might as well just have on the mesh hat. I'm ready to coach somebody today. So let's go. Diego joins us first in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, the city of brotherly love. Diego, you're on the Ken Coleman Show.
Good afternoon, Ken.
How are you,
Thank you
Diego?
for having me on the show.
You bet. What's up?
I'm good.
Good.
I've been debating a career change and was looking to get your input if I'm doing the right move or if I should reevaluate the change.
Great. Well, you know what we're going to do? We're going to line it up. Do you have the talent?
Yes, sir.
Do you have the passion? Is it on mission? Tell me about it. What is it?
So let me tell you currently what I do. I'm currently a civil engineer. I have about 9.5 years of experience. I currently make $90,000 salary. Thing is, over the last year and a half, 2 years, I've been losing the passion, the interest,
Why?
kind of finding ways.
Why? Tell the truth. It's okay.
I don't think civil engineering is no longer my path.
Great.
The stress level, the huge responsibility that you have. I mean, all jobs have huge responsibilities, but I don't see like there being like a greater mean to me, my life, and possibly my family.
So it's passion and mission.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's missing. Okay, keep going.
Correct. I currently just started a new job during the summer. It's a great group of guys
Doesn't
that
matter.
I work with.
I could care less. Yeah. Diego,
Okay.
You see, you're already setting up. You're kind of giving me the, Ken, I got to give you a setup. I don't need the setup. I want to know what you're thinking about doing. That's what you called about. You said, Ken, I need to know if this direction, this career direction I'm thinking about pursuing is right. So tell me, what is it?
Law enforcement.
Okay.
Local police department.
Great.
I think that would just give me passion, that energy.
Yeah.
I like to be active. I like to move. I sit on a desk from 8:30 to about 7 p.m.
Yeah. But let's go deep. I want you to answer this from your heart. Why do you want to be in law enforcement? Because right now, if you don't have a deep, deep, abiding love of the work, I'm talking day in, day out, the majority of what you will do as a law enforcement officer, if you don't love that, and if you don't have a deep, abiding, missional desire to protect and serve, because that's what it is, protect and serve.
Sure.
If you don't have that, then I would tell you not to do it because it's too stinking hard. It's not a good environment right now in this country. You're going to be insulted. You're going to be accused of things. It's just not pretty. You're aware of all this, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
All right. Do you have a deep, abiding passion and mission for this work? Yes or no?
Yes.
Where does it come from?
I like to help, be part of the community. I did some community service when I was younger. Whenever I see anyone who needs a hand, like I do my best. I like to instruct people, whether it comes down to like sports or even at work. I like to be, and like I said, I like to be active as well.
But I mean, have you always been somebody who wanted to protect the weak, to protect those that were being picked on? I mean, is this a pattern in your life?
Yeah, I've never been a bully in my life. I've always, stood up for those that were maybe being bullied in like school. And,
you have a strong sense of justice. It's how you
had a soft spot for them.
Good. Okay. So to me, it lines up. The only last thing that I would ask is have you spent some time? I'm guessing I know the answer. Have you spent time with some police officers? Time with them, whether it's shadowing them, ride-alongs, talking with them over coffee, finding out the good, the bad, and the ugly.
One of my best friends just became a police officer. He did a career change, and I've been talking to him the last few weeks about it.
So when you talk to him about it, does your heart start to sing when you start thinking about this role? Do you get excited about it?
I do get excited. He thinks that I would enjoy it and see the greatness of it.
Okay. So when you called me, were you leaning that direction that, yes, this was the right move and you just wanted me to confirm it? Or were there some serious doubts as to why I might say, no, this is a not good move? What's on the other side of this?
The other side is it is a tremendous pay cut to start.
How much?
Currently, it would be a $30,000 difference.
how long before you would get back up to the 90 or close to 90?
Not sure exactly. However, talking to my friend, he said there's great opportunity for overtime, and other incentives as well.
Yeah. Okay, here's the thing. I want you to do more homework on that.
Mm-hmm.
You need to know, and that's an easy answer. Mm-hmm. You can say to him, how much, give me a medium range estimate, not a high estimate, of how much overtime you could get, doing traffic, at high school football games, churches on Sundays, all the overtime. You got to look at that number, and you got to look at your lifestyle and how that's going to affect your lifestyle. Then you're going to have to look at your current finances. And so if you can absorb the $30,000 pay cut, then I'd say no brainer. If you realize that it's only going to be about a $15,000 hit based on some overtime, if you do your homework and you get some realistic numbers, then and you can absorb that, I'd say no brainer. So if you change your lifestyle or your budget, and you in order to do this, and it doesn't negatively impact your life, meaning you're paycheck to paycheck and you're barely keeping your nose above water, then I'd say do it. But if that's going to be the case, then I'd get my finances in order and be able to make the lifestyle changes before I move into it. Here's why. This is an incredibly stressful job. And if you're stressed out financially and you add that, like I'm barely keeping my nose above water, and you add that to an already stressful job, that's not good. And I'd say, no, wait. The police force will always be there. That's my advice. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. As far as debt, I have student loans, $4,500. I have 4 months of emergency. I follow the Ramsey plan. 4 months of savings, and I have a home mortgage.
That's it?
Yeah, I don't have a car.
How much is in your 4-month emergency fund? What's that number?
$20,000.
Dude, you're not following Ramsey. I know you're trying, but you're not. Because if you're following Ramsey Solutions, I'm cutting a check for $4,500 as soon as you hang up the phone with me. And you pay off the student loan. Now you've got $15,500, if I'm doing my math right, in your emergency fund, but you're debt free. Do you understand?
Correct.
Pay the student loan off now. You got the money in the bank.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
And then you refill the emergency fund, and 1 more month later, boom, you're back up. You got it?
Yes, sir.
All right, man. Appreciate you, man. I appreciate your heart to serve people. Let's go to Jacob in Madison, Wisconsin. Jacob, you're on the Ken Coleman Show.
Hey, Ken. How you doing?
I'm living the dream, Jacob. What are you doing?
Not much. The reason I called is in my younger years, I found a drug and alcohol problem. And about 7 years ago, got off and found a job that I was passionate about in landscaping. Found a good company that kind of had the quality workmanship that I like to go for, and it was a great company, the best in the area. Long story short, my supervisor kind of felt threatened that I was coming after his job, and he went to the owner and gave him the ultimatum of either him or me. And because he had more experience, I was laid off and never called back. Oh, and right now I'm kind of at the point where I'm intimidated to look for a job in this field, for one, and for two, there's no beating this company and their quality of work that I liked.
Okay, so couple things. Did you do anything or say anything? And we're not going to spend a lot of time on this, but I think it's important we look into this. Did you do anything or say anything that made this supervisor feel threatened?
I don't think so. Besides my work, I always gave him the benefit of the doubt, and he pretty much kissed his butt as much as anybody could kiss anyone's butt, and gave him credit to the owner.
What kind of work were you doing?
When I deserve landscaping and lawn care work.
Yeah. So here's the deal. This sucks, but you've got to take this for what this is. And I'm taking your word at face value, because I believe you, by the way. I believe you 100%.
Yeah, it's kind of messed me up in the head when it comes, because this is the first job I've taken seriously and put my blood, sweat, and tears into, and, to work so hard for this position, to get it pulled out from under me by the most respectable company in the field in this area. It's kind of hard to come to terms with when it comes to trying to find something else in this field. And
I get it. But hold on
climbing the ladder again.
Hold on. I get it.
Sure.
100% know how you feel. And I'm pissed off for you. All right? No, I'm serious. Because here's what happened.
I appreciate
but
that.
listen to me. You got to catch this. You didn't do anything wrong. You got wronged by somebody who's deeply insecure. Okay?
Yeah.
And because of their hurt and their pain, and it's manifesting itself by being threatened by you, someone who's coming in doing a great job, they knifed you in the back. And I wish that I could tell you that is a 1 in a million, but it's not. It happens all the time.
All right.
All right.
I'm going to figure that out.
So listen to me.
Right.
That person, that weak supervisor who's threatened by you, has nothing to do with your ability to do an incredible job, and you have found the work that brings you joy. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Don't you dare make excuses that, well, I can't do it anymore because this company is the only company that I was proud to work for. That's a you problem. It might be true, by the way. They may be the best in Madison, Wisconsin, but that has nothing to do with your future. Do you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Are you clean?
Yes, sir.
How long you been clean?
Happily. Just over 7 years now.
Man, I'm so freaking proud of you. But listen to me.
Different world.
I know, but listen to me, Jacob. If you don't respond correctly today, right now,
Right. Mm-hmm.
you could start to believe the crap that you believed before, that you tried to cover up or that you tried to heal, that you tried to dull. You feel what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
You having some of those thoughts about yourself right now?
Yeah, a little bit.
I know. Because you're sitting there going, I didn't do anything wrong. I showed up.
Yeah.
I did an incredible job. I got myself clean. I worked through.
It's an intimidating thing. I
get
it's hard
it.
to.
I get it, but listen to me.
Kick myself in the butt.
I get it, but listen to me. I don't want you to kick yourself in the butt. I'm trying to massage your heart right now because listen to me. Listen to me. There are other places where you could go and do a killer job. And it may not be the best name brand landscaping company in Madison, Wisconsin, but you can get back in and do that work. There is need in that field right now, right? And they need quality people to show up and do a good job. And here's what I want you to do. I want you to get right back on the horse. You go to your connections and you get back in the game. You hear me? Now, here's the other thing.
Sure.
I also want you to begin to dream, allow yourself to dream, because I got a sneaky suspicion that if I could wave my Ken Coleman Show pencil in the air and go poof, and I gave you your own landscaping company, run it for yourself, you'd probably lose your mind. Is that true or is that false?
Oh, yeah, that's definitely true.
Well, Jacob, what's keeping you from starting your own landscaping thing on the side and building it? What's keeping you from doing that?
I don't know. It's a big thing to undertake by myself.
No, it's not. No, it isn't. That's where you're wrong.
Yeah.
It's not a big thing to undertake when we started on the side because it's going to be really small. Am I right?
I suppose so, yeah.
Am I right, Jacob?
Got to start small to get big, I suppose.
Yeah, but you just told me and the whole audience, well, the thing that's keeping me from doing it, Ken, it's a really big undertaking. No, it isn't. It's one freaking lawnmower. It's one freaking pitchfork. One freaking shovel. Come on, man.
Yeah, you're right.
I know. That's all you got to do. You got to stop making this thing this insurmountable mountain that you got to climb. This is your future. It's what you love to do. Dude, you love the smell of mulch at 7 a.m. That's kind of freaky, but there's lots of people out there like you. And it's great that you love the smell of mulch at 7 a.m.
Yeah. People think I'm crazy how much I like the work.
I don't think you're crazy. I don't think you're crazy. Hey, people think I'm crazy going on stage in front of thousands of people or doing a live radio show. Some people think I'm nuts. By the way, they're right. I am.
You gotta like what you do.
You got to love what you do. Correct your adjective. You got to
Spend most
love
of your
it.
life at work.
Come on, man. That's why you called me today. So here's the deal. I think there's two scenarios. Let's stop overthinking this. One scenario is you go get another landscaping job and get over yourself and how good of a company they are, and you go do a good job, because right now it's a step towards your future. All right? That's one scenario. The other scenario is you go get another day job somewhere else, making good money, just being a laborer, doing whatever, and you start your landscaping gig on the side. And you build it. And here's how you build it. I get one machine. I pay cash for it. I start cutting grass. I do such a good job that they thought Michelangelo was on that zero-turn tractor. And they start telling other people. And you get another client. And you keep doing a killer job. And you get to the point where you can't take on any more clients. And so what do? You go find another young guy out there who maybe needs a second chance just like you. Maybe he got into weed. Maybe he got into drugs and alcohol out of high school. And maybe you see that in that kid, and that kid just likes working outside, and he loves the smell of grass as much as you do. And you say, young man, I was where you are. I'm going to take you under my wing, but you better get yourself clean, because I'm going to give you a future. Because you and me, we're the same kind of dude. We like being outside, getting grass clippings in our hair, smelling mulch at 7 a.m. Come on, man. You're laughing because you know those young guys are out there. Am I right or am I wrong?
Yeah.
So you go find those young men and you give them a future, and you teach them how to get debt-free. You teach them how to get clean. You teach them all the things. Say, hey, I'm going to help you build your dreams. If you come and work for me, I'm going to believe in you. If you can't get out of bed, I'm going to show up at your house, and I'm going to honk the horn until you get out of bed. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Now, you can do this, can't you, Jacob?
Yeah, I can do it.
My man. Don't you dare get down today, Jacob. That idiot weakling is hurting too, and as much as I don't want to show him empathy, he's got problems in his own life, and that's why he was threatened by you. That's not a you thing, that's a him thing. Do you hear me?
Yes, sir.
It has nothing to do with you. You are not trash. You are someone who has overcome substance abuse for 7 years. You've beat the demons back. Don't you dare get down on yourself. Do you hear me?
Yes, sir.
You matter. You have what it takes. Press on. All right, let's do a quick break. When we get back, a couple of fun announcements. We'll get to our In the News segment. Don't you move. This is the Ken Coleman Show.
Our world is changing, but so are we. Now, we see a smile through someone's eyes. We conquer our struggles and cherish each moment because we're shielded through faith and assured by hope. And greatest of all, we love. The world is different, but so are we.
Wow! Joe, you know why I did that. I just felt I had a little James Brown jump in me for a second. It wasn't a very good James Brown. I got the juice. I'm doing the, if you're not, well, this is all YouTube, so everybody's seeing it, yeah. I probably shouldn't do any of this right here, but I'm doing it because my kids who don't watch my show, they would be so embarrassed, Alex, by this whole thing. You know what I mean? Kind of reminds me of that movie Hitch where Will Smith tells Kevin James' character when he goes out on the date and he's dancing with a girl, keep it right here. That's probably for me as well. Oh, it's good to be doing what I love, man. I'm telling you, I got the juice. 844-747-2577. Okay, hey, quick. I got some big announcements I got to tell you. This is really good, and I'll be really fast, and we'll keep on going. I am a part of Ramsey Solutions, and we've got a killer event that I want my audience to know about. It's called Game Plan Live. Bottom line is, when we talk about purpose on this show and being who you were created to be, doing the work that God put you on this planet to do, and it is a contribution. By the way, that could be a janitor, it could be a plumber, it could be a teacher, it could be a pastor. It doesn't matter. All work is honorable. And when you step into that reality and do something that you love to do that produces a result that matters to you, you are making the purposeful contribution that you were created to make. You get that. But a lot of times you got to get your financial house in order. In fact, we had a call earlier today. It's like, look, yeah, you can take the police job, but you better get your house in order. Get your financial house in order so you can do it. So Game Plan Live is going to help you make your money goals happen so that you can make your purpose goals happen. It's with Dave Ramsey, my mentor, the leader of Ramsey Solutions, Christy Wright, my colleague and Ramsey personality, and also George Campbell, my colleague and Ramsey personality. It's going to be a great event. It is free. Oh my gosh, I love pitching free stuff. I'm not even asking you to buy anything. It's fantastic. It's a free live stream on September the 28th. That's tomorrow. And I don't have the time on here, but if you register by texting Game Plan, that's all one word, no space, text Game Plan to 33789. 33789, there it is on the bottom of the screen, 7 p.m. Central. Text 33789. Text Game Plan to 33789. The team will give you all the details. And you go from there. Also, if you're thinking about making a move, this is the Great Resignation they're calling 2021, and you're going, I'm willing to make the move, but the reality is it's yucky and sucky, Ken. I don't want to deal with it all. That's why I teamed up with the #1 hiring site in the United States, ZipRecruiter. They make it easy. One-click profile. They start matching you up to jobs that make sense based on your profile. They give you updates when a company looks at your profile, gives you a thumbs up, or wants your contact info. It's all free. ZipRecruiter.com/Ken. ZipRecruiter.com/Ken. And then one more announcement. I'm super excited. For 2 years, I worked on the 7 stages that will allow anyone to experience income and impact that they want. You got to work. Why not do something you love that makes you the money you desire and the impact, income and impact that you want? So that's the new book. It's on the shelf behind me, From Paycheck to Purpose, The Clear Path to Doing Work You Love. It's available for pre-order, coming out November the 9th. And we have some incredible deals on that if you pre-order it. Well over $100 worth of freebies. Plus, you're going to get the ebook, the audiobook for free with the $20 discounted purchase price. For $30, you can also get all of that stuff and my groundbreaking, you've heard people calling on the show and talk about the results from their Get Clear career assessment. A less than 20-minute assessment that'll help you discover your talent, passion, and mission, fill out your purpose statement, and point you to the marketplace. All of that, KenColeman.com. Go get it. All right. I always keep you people informed because I'm a man of the people. It's time for our In the News segment. Let's go. All right, so I saw this over the weekend. Jobs with no experience required. Because again, I'm not the guy who's pitching the white collar gig. If that's not for you, I mean, you just heard our caller earlier, Jacob. Guy loves mulch. You know, he loves mulch. He loves grass clippings. Guy loves being outside, getting dirty. My good pal, Mike Rowe, has a whole stinking series on this called Dirty Jobs. Listen, all work is honorable. So I got this list. I'm going to reveal it. This is great. Because if those of you are thinking, you know, Ken, I'm in a dead-end job. I don't love it. It's okay. I don't hate it. I just know I want to do something else. Listen to the top jobs right now, and we're going to throw in the median income. So it's not the average. So you got the high. So if you take all of the incomes that are in these areas, you got your high and you got your low, and these numbers are in the middle. So there's lots of opportunity. You're not going to believe this. Here we go. This is jobs with no experience required. People will just hire you. Basically means if you've got a pulse and a good spirit about you, they'll hire you. Here we go. Recreation and fitness teachers. Median, this is the middle number, $66,000. Teaching Zumba. I don't even know what Zumba is, but I think it's in that run. Is that Zumba? Is Zumba an exercise thing? Sometimes I make stuff up. I don't know if it's true. Okay, great. Yeah. Teaching exercise. It's huge. Median income. No experience. $66,000. That means they're going to train you. Plumbers, pipe fitters, steam fitters. Median income, $56,000. Insurance sales agents. Median income, $52,000. Heating, air conditioning, and refrigeration mechanics and installers. Median income, $50,000. Okay, this is where I like to make parents uncomfortable. So I'm going to look right at this camera. I'm going to freak some of you parents out. Some of you are stressed out of your mind because you've got a kid who hates school. You stand on top of this kid's shoulders just to get the basic assignment done. And you can't get the kid to get motivated. They don't love school. The college conversation goes nowhere, and you're all stressed out because you think everybody's going to think you're a failure because your kid's a failure. Oh, boy, now I'm really stepping on the toes. Lady out there shaking her head. That's your kid? Is that right? I'm going to talk right through the window to you. Instead of the camera, I'm going to talk to you because I want you to hear this. No, that's okay. You're not on camera. We should turn the camera around, but we won't. But she doesn't want it. She doesn't want to be on camera, Nathan, so we're fine. All right, listen. This is your kid. Don't worry. No one can see you. I'm just talking to you. Now, that same kid, you probably can't keep out of the garage, or it may not be your kid, but that kid, you got that kid who just doesn't want to do school, but they've got a passion in some other place. Now, I don't know if it's this lady's kid or not. I've already embarrassed her enough. But I'm talking to parents who that same kid loves working on engines, or loves being on a tractor, or loves doing outside stuff, adventuring, exploring, whatever. Okay, I don't know your situation, but listen to me, parents. When I see this, I got a kid who likes to fix stuff, is really good at fixing stuff, is always tinkering, but I can't get him to get excited about his history class. I'm not freaking out. I'm going to let him hang out with somebody who does heating and air fixes, because that kid could come right out of high school and make close to $50,000, maybe make $40,000. Hey, mom and dad, what are you freaking out about? That kid was put on this planet to fix stuff. Get over yourself. All right, back to the list. I told you I was fired up today. Does that help you, Mom? Did that help you? All right. Find out what your kid loves. Find out what your kid loves. All right. $41,000 to highway maintenance workers. Furnace, oven, dryer, kettle operators. I don't even know what that is. Exercise, that's $40,000. Exercise trainers, group fitness, $40,000. Team assemblers, $36,000. Order clerks, $35,000. Packaging and filling machine operators and tenders, $32,000. Preschool teachers, $31,000. All right, the list goes on and on and on. If you're somebody who doesn't have the traditional college education, you don't want it, you just love serving people in more of a physical, tactile nature, that's what these jobs are. They're what we would call trades or service-oriented. Listen, you got in your mind that you got to have all these qualifications, and we sit right now in a job economy that is white hot. 10.4 million jobs, the latest Labor Department numbers, 8.3 million people unemployed. They are hiring, giving bonuses, offering tuition assistance. I'm telling you, put yourself out there. Show up, look sharp, tell them why you love the work, look them in the eye, smile, and watch what happens. The opportunities are there. You don't necessarily need as much qualifications as you think. These, you don't need any. They're going to train you how to do it. And you can get started today doing work you love, paying off debt, saving money towards other dreams. There's no excuse to be sitting on the sideline. Get off the freaking bench, tie your shoes, put your big boy pants on, your big girl pants on, and get on the field and start making a better life today. We've got all the tools, the free resume guide, the interview guide, how to follow up, all of that at kencoleman.com. Every tool you would need to get hired is there. You can take the Get Hired course. It doesn't cost much at all. It's at kencoleman.com in the store as well. It's going to give you the edge. I teach directly to you. I don't know what you're waiting on. Step out and watch yourself step up. All right, my time is almost up. But before I let you go, I want to remind you that you matter and you do have what it takes. Thank you so much for joining us. Until next time, this is the Ken Coleman Show. Press on.